I'm here in the beautiful city of Innsbruck, getting ready to go pick up a rental car and do something I've never done before: drive in Europe. You see, I'm particularly intimidated and unnerved because I haven't driven at all in 4 months. We've been living in England, and Ian, my husband, has been doing all the driving. And so now, not only do I have to switch my brain as a driver and passenger to the right side of the road, but make sure I understand the road signs in German and drive safely in an area I don't know at all. We are here in the airport of Innsbruck. We have just rented our vehicle from Alamo, and now I'm getting scared. This is the parking structure where we've picked up the car. And here is our vehicle. It is a Peugeot. Not sure I've driven a Peugeot before, but I like that it's a pretty big vehicle. It makes me feel a little bit safer. And we'll see if I have to drive in any tiny little roads like they have in Britain. So in the US, I'm a very safe and pretty confident driver. But when it comes to Europe, I just am not feeling as confident. So hopefully everything will go well today. It's nice that the driver's seat is in the same place as I'm used to in the States and that we drive on the right side of the road. The problem is I've been in Britain the last 4 months, so I'm used to the left side of the road as a passenger and kind of, as a driver as well. So I'll just have to remember when I come up to a roundabout to go around it the right way, not the left way. And I've done a crash is not a good word. I've done a quick course on road signs in Germany to educate myself on what things are. So hopefully between that and the GPS, we can get ourselves safely to our first destination, which is going mountain biking with e-bikes. That's a second thing I've never done before that I'm doing today: riding an e-bike. All right, so I am starting the car with a button. And oh, look at that. Our GPS is up on the screen. And oh, this is funny. Press unlock. Okay, there's a lock button on the side. And I have never seen that drive shifting thing like that before. All right, here we go. All right, let's go find a road. It's a little bit far away, so I'm going to adjust the seat a little bit closer and check my mirrors are still good. All right, we're ready to go. So now we are taking the motorway into Germany, and of course, the minute I get on my first motorway, it starts raining. So I'm currently going 15 in 100 zone because I've got these 3 really slow trucks in front of me.
We're going to be late getting to our appointment for our e-bikes because there is a lorry ahead of us that is going snail's pace over this mountain pass.
So we just drove through this really wooded area with pine trees everywhere, and I said to Ian, smell the pine. You could totally smell it inside the car. It was like one of those little pine tree air fresheners that you hang from your rear view mirror. It's just that it was real. It was so cool. Well, after a 35-minute journey, which was probably more like 45 to 50 minutes, we're finally at our destination, and I have completed my first driving in Europe. Yay! The hardest part actually was the speed limit stuff. because there were times when I felt like the speed limit should have been lower because the road was really curvy, mountain pass, and they're like, oh, 100 kilometers an hour. I'm like, I'm not going 100K an hour around those curves. And then there were other times when it was just really slow, like 30, because of a town, and it felt like dragging. But then we had some excitement of the truck ahead of us that was going not miles an hour. I was literally going at times 15K in a 100K zone, but it was a really curvy mountain pass. There was no overtaking allowed, so we just had to sit tight and go really slowly for a long time. And then we had two areas where there were roadworks. You know, one way traffic was stopped so the other way could go. But the first time I encountered one of those, it was confusing because there was the little stoplight like they do in Britain that says, okay, this, if you're coming this way, you have to stop or go. The light was green, but then there was a road worker standing there in the road motioning me to come. And I'm like, oh, what do I do? I decided to listen to the guy rather than the stoplight. So we're here and I'm going to show you how beautiful it is here at the place that we're renting the mountain bikes. We are still in Austria, but just very close to the German border. So I'm going to show you what this looks like, and the mountain biking will not be in this video. That will be another video to be published at a later date. So make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned. I have never seen anything like this. It's a little practice ski jump thing. Oh my goodness. So this top part, some sprinklers came on a minute ago and it kind of wets the track, I think. And then they're there with their skis and they go down that slopey part. And then they go off a jump into this big, like, blown up balloon part. It's for soft landings, I guess. Well, I successfully drove in Austria to the mountain biking place. Now let's see if I can drive to Germany to Mittenwald. Just a little plug here for Mittenwald. It turned out to be one of the most picturesque towns I have ever visited in my entire life, so I can't wait to share it with you. That will be in a future video. Update. I have successfully driven all day, and I'm so proud of myself. We are now back at the hotel. I'm actually in the underground parking structure here in Innsbruck. I drove through the city, and this is the best part of all. After we got back to the hotel, it started just pouring with rain and got dark, and I thought, whew, I missed that by just a few minutes. I would not have enjoyed driving in the dark on the winding mountain roads in the pouring rain. So I'm super happy to be back here at the hotel and to have successfully survived the day. So I'm feeling a lot more comfortable and confident in our upcoming travels. So we head into the Tirol next, in the Alps of Italy and Austria. Fun stuff ahead. Make sure you're subscribed. And I recommend next you watch this video of what happened when we tried to get here to Innsbruck and we got on the wrong train. Thanks so much for watching, and do something good in the world today.